Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Steph Williams and I am a magic maker for the small Aussie business Hobby Hoppers. Today I'm going to be showing you how I made this adorable pop-up card. So to get started, I'm going to show you all the stamps and dies that I used to make this card. And of course the gorgeous rainbow plaid paper. I have been loving these little Simply Celebrate critters. I've used the mice so far and I can't wait to use the other ones. I'm also going to be using the adorable Just Add Glitter, which I just am obsessed with. Those little crafty stamps are just so cute. The first thing that I've done here is use the Pop-Up Hooray, and I've cut it from some of that rainbow plaid paper. I'm using the other half of that 6x6 inch piece a little bit later, so I have popped that aside. It took me a little while to remember how to fold these. I haven't done one of these little pop-up cards for a while. And I was not paying very much attention to the little lines that the die scores for me, but I got there in the end. Before I even think about putting this piece on the inside of the card, I'm going to be doing some splatters on the cardstock a bit later, and for now I'm going to be adding my Oliver Stitched ABCs, cut from some black cardstock, to cover these letters to really make them pop. It will also make them match the ones I use on the outside a bit later, even though they're not going to be in the same font. To decorate both the inside of the card and the front of the outside, I'm going to be using some of my favourite watercolour pigments. I couldn't decide between the Starry set and the Pearl set, but the Pearl set worked perfectly because some of those colours matched really well with the plaid paper. So now I'm moving on to stamping, and I'm going to be starting with this cute little table and chairs from the Just Add Glitter. I'll also be using the little mice and a bunch of their cute little crafty accessories. I also use one of my much older stamp sets that I found in my stash that has party hats. I probably have maybe 6 or 7 stamp sets now that have little party hats. This is just the first one that I found. You'll probably find that many of yours also have similar little accessories. And I'm really excited to stick those hats on the mice from the Simply Celebrate critters. I've been seeing lots of crafters using party hats and Christmas hats and all sorts of things on them. So this is one of the first times that I've been able to give it a go, and I can't wait to do that more throughout the year, especially with Halloween and Christmas coming up. So while I'm busy getting my colouring done, I thought I'd remind you that this video is for Hobby Hoppers, which is an amazing small Aussie business based in Melbourne. It is solely run by Trish, the owner, so if you have ever ordered from Hobby Hoppers, your order has been picked and packed and shipped by her. Hobby Hoppers stocks so many amazing things, Lawn Fawn being my #1 thing that I go for. It's my favourite. I grab all of my new release items every time from Hobby Hoppers, but Trish also stocks everything else that you need to make cards, like card bases that I'm using today. She stocks ink, hemp cords, the jelly roll pens that I use for every single card to do my white highlights, and so many other things. So if you haven't checked out Hobby Hoppers yet, I strongly suggest that you do, and I will leave the link in the description for this video, as well as all the links to the products that I'm using from Hobby Hoppers today to make this project. So here are those adorable little mice, and I'm going to be sticking party hats on 3 of them, and the other 2 are going to have the little party blowers. I will stick them on after I adhere these guys to the front of the card first, as they will be hanging over where the sentiment's going to be. You'll see what I mean in just a sec. So here is that excess piece of the plaid paper that I was talking about earlier. I've run it through my die cut machine with one of the lacy borders just to mix up the edge a little bit. You could do it straight if you wanted to, but I thought it was just nice at the bottom. I'm going to pry up the top here that I put way too much glue on, knowing that I needed to stick this in behind it. And I'm going to slip my little mice in there just so that that black line is covered. I'm going to press it all down into their little places, and now I can add those little party blowers so that they weren't hidden behind that plaid paper. I'm using the new Henry's ABC dies today, and I'm just using 4 letters to create the word snip. So this card is going to read Snip Snip Hooray, which I thought was really cute to go with the crafty theme. I've already placed a little pair of scissors between the 2 words so that I guess it's in place of a comma. I just thought that was a little bit cute. With the outside done, I can now work on the inside, and first up is this Hooray die. This was super simple to add. I just made sure that I had enough room in the crease so that it wasn't going to bend. I folded my card in half and it essentially picked it up in the right position. I think I needed to wiggle it just a little bit, but that was my own fault from having folded things a little bit wonky at the beginning. And now for some scene building, which is always my favourite thing to do. I love that using these pop-up dies gives you a little platform. You could stick so many things up there, a whole range of little characters. You can make little rooms and things that fit there, and the part that sticks out works really well as a floor. So I'm going to have my little chair and tables here with my mice sitting there doing some crafting. A few things that I wish I had thought of earlier when making this card was because it does look like a little floor there, I should have had more craft supplies spread all over the place. I don't know about you, but when I get like really in the zone with crafting stuff, sometimes stuff ends up on the floor so that I can see it all around me. And by the time I'm done, everything is just looking like a crafty tornado ran through my house. So if I were to recreate this one, I'd add some more little crafty images everywhere. I'd also love to do something for the background above them. I was thinking about stamping maybe the words happy birthday, but then I thought it interfered with the snip snip hooray. I didn't want to have big letters above the mice that might not make my sentiment read so smoothly, but then I thought maybe some bunting would look really cute. The bunting die is one that I actually don't have, but I do have a stamp from one of the sets I think that maybe came with the desk chair. So that is something I would add for next time, just to fill in that space a little bit more. I think it would look really cute, especially in coordinating colours. The sentiment I'm going with down the bottom is I made this just for you, which I think is really sweet. This card would be a great one for a crafty friend's birthday. I think crafty people really understand the work and the love that goes into the cards they receive if they're made from someone else. So this would be perfect for someone like that. I added a few more little stamped images down here, and then that's it. This card is complete. I really hope you enjoyed today's project for Hobby Hoppers. Don't forget to check out the website. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.